Hello guys, let's go through the while loop. First of all, let's remind ourselves why we loop. Looping saves time because otherwise, if you want to output a number from 1 to 10, you have to print out 1, print out 2 till 10. But using the loop, we can do this using a single line of code. It reduces error because of the probability of error in a one liner as opposed to the probability of error in so many lines is less, and then it makes the code readable and reduces repetitiveness, of course. So on the while loop, this loop, it loops through the code as long as a specific or the specified condition is true. So let's write the syntax for the while loop. So for the syntax, we have the while keyword and then the code to be executed. Not the code to be executed, the condition to be checked. So in that we have the condition and then we have the code to be executed if the condition is true. So let's create a variable. Let's say int a or I, and give it, initialize it to a value of 0. So, and then the condition, while I is less than 10. So our I starts from 0. So it's 0, it goes to 1, to 2, to 3, to 9. So what do we do in that case? Our code is printf. Let's print out that number. So the number is %d and a new line, so that for readability purposes. And then what do we want to happen? If it's less than 10, let it loop through and increment by 1, by 2. So it will start from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, 4 till we are at 9. So I plus plus. Remember the increment operator? Yeah. So let's run this and see what happens. It's an error. Let's see what's I did not specify the variable, which is I. So 0 to 9. That is great. Let's say we want to increment. As you've seen, let me show you again. As you've seen, it's incrementing by 1 by 1. Let's say we want it to increment by 2. What do we do? I think, let's see. I think it will be I plus 2. Let's try that and see what happens. These are the operators that we've done before. 0, 0, 0, it's an ending. Let's say what if it's, let's go back to what it was, I plus plus. I plus 2. Okay. What if we say I or 2 plus I? Then we shall learn about it later on. Okay, that is all about the while loop. Now let's do the do while. The do while is the variant of the while loop. It will execute the block of code before checking if the condition is true. Let's check that. Let me comment out what we had before. Let's still use the I. So the do while, do what? Do a certain condition. And what's the condition? Let's say, let's just use this. That condition, while, let's increment to, so I plus plus, while the condition, what is our condition? Let's say our condition is the same as it was before, so I less than 10. You will notice something different with this. Let's execute first and then see what happens. So we have the same as it was. But the difference with while and do while, while executes if the condition is met. If the condition is met, do while executes at least once before the condition is met. Let's say our I does not meet this condition and it's equal to 11. So let's run and see what you have. So it executes at least once before checking the condition. So guys, that's all for the while and the do while. Let's meet in the next class. Thank you. Guys, let's go back to the while loop where I wanted to increment by 2. Let's try that again. Let's use this equals to 0. Remove this commenting. Let's say we want it to increment by 2. Therefore, it will be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's say I plus is equals to 2. This was in the operators that we did before. Let's run this and see what happens. I plus is equals to 2. Okay. Yeah, so that increments by 2. Let's try 3. 0, 3. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you, guys.